Hey, Storytelling Ron here, and I'm going to talk about my Patreon. So I guess it's a kind of a commercial. Well, it is a commercial, I guess. So I've been really focusing on this. I'm really happy about the YouTube. It's growing. A lot of great comments, and then my Patreon. I started, I guess, 6 months ago, but I've not really, or probably longer than that. But I'm not really focused on it. I just kind of, you know, uh, tinkering with it. Now I'm really trying doing like a full time focus on it, and the Kickstarter, and those are kind of cross as far as the assets and resources. Like my Patreon people will get my Kickstarter stuff that I'm doing, or and I really the Kickstarter is really I failed the first one, and this one I'm working on this one. It's really pretty cool, but it's just kind of getting me to focus on getting assets done, getting a lot of product I guess done, and focusing on finishing it, polishing it, and finishing it up, and presenting it. So I just want to show you my Patreon and what's on there in case if you need more stuff. My focus is minis, whether you printable or tokens. And I do as you can see, I do this. I don't know what this is called. This angle. I don't do top down. I do like 45 or whatever, or straight ahead. And my maps, I generally try to draw that way as well, so that the minis will fit along those maps. To me, I have a lot of my minis. These minis look great on in tokens on top down maps as well. But I love seeing like the full figure of the little characters of the orcs, the dwarves or whatever the monsters. I like seeing them straight on, so you can just visually see what they look like. And if you look at my Storm King's Thunder or my Rime and the Frost Maiden playthroughs, that's how I use them. And in Storm King's Thunder, all the maps are top down, or the ones that I were provided. But I use my minis as tokens, and I like the way they look on them. So I just want to show you what I've got here. If you join, there's a $1 tier that you can get just the minis and tokens, printable minis and tokens. And then there's the lower level, which is $3 a month, and then you can get everything else. And there's also music and ambience files. I put on here MP3s. On my YouTube. That actually, it's funny, on my YouTube, my most views are for my music and ambience. So people don't want to hear what I have to say. So, but I have the files on here, and as you can see, my paper minis are very simple to print out, cut, trim the bottom, trim the sides, print out, cut out, fold. Then I trim the bottom, straight edge, and then I trim around the sides. And it's very simple. I like it this way because it's quick, because I usually will print out one or two before, knowing what we're going to do that night. And then and I can quickly get them ready. And then now that I have like a ton of them in my notebook, and if I lose them or damage it, it's like not a big deal. I can just print it out again if I want. And I don't know. I just love what I'm doing, so that's sharing it with the world, and trying to make a little living off of it. So here's my groups. I have Rime the Frost Maiden. I got a bunch of posts in there. It's minis, tokens, and maps. I got mini dudes, which is whatever printables. I also now have another tag, which is tokens, and that I'm putting up all my as tokens, PNG files. And it's not black, by the way. When you put it in Roll20 or whatever, it's just a perfect little token with a alpha channel or whatever it's called, a mask, or whatever. I have a Star Wars one, and this one is free, and I'll show you as I scroll down. And this one is to the public right now. You can come on right now without paying anything and get my mini Star Wars tokens. And they're printable little tokens, and they're great for Star Wars RPG. They're the right size, same size as the D&D thing. And I use them a lot. And they're all the action figures. I went around and I Googled for all the action figures of Star Wars and put them in here and made printable sheets, so you could print them out, cut them and print them out. Audio is obviously my maps and my music and ambiance, and I have a bunch more, DM stuff. I got a lot of PDFs in here, or 8. Tomb of Annihilation, by the way, I do have 5 Tomb of Annihilation printable minis, which are free too. Those are free because I would love to draw them out, but it's just a matter of time. But I found a bunch of stuff online, for kobolds and fire newts, or I kind of made my own fire lizard based on somebody's artwork I found on Google Images or whatever. But that's free to the public. I'm not That's not part of my. You have to pay to get it. So let me just go down. So this here is some tokens for my Rhyme the Frostmaiden, some Dorgar, a Ghost Captain. I'm using a Grail for the mine. I'm adding some Grail zombies. Here's the Ogre zombie, and this is his sled for the Dorgar outpost. And this is for I'm adding this for the Torg merchants, and they go around with that, collecting dead bodies kind of thing. So my players are not watching this. Here's some creatures. The black, by the way, is not there. It's got a mask. So you just alpha channel or whatever. I don't know what the term is now. This is the Grail from the other one, but I just put it in here because just to have it in case people want these. I'm not going to go through every one. I'm just showing you. So here's my Storm Giants. They're printable. They're huge. I could not. It's funny. I couldn't put in both. On the rear, I just do like a black and white, mirror of the front, just because I don't want to draw the back. I just think it's very time consuming and unnecessary, and I'd rather just know what it is automatically from the front, in the black and white, just to see what it, because you automatically know what it is, but the black and white is the rear side of it. Because I want to draw a variety of them. I don't want the same. I don't want you to have like, this guy 4 times. I'd rather draw 4 different ones, and you have 4 different ones there. And me and the players, I think we all live it that way. So these are my Storm Giants. Yeah, and this was based off of Aquaman. Kind of did this is the dude. I mean, I made him older, Storm Giant looking. But this is kind of what I thought, hey, yeah, they're like Storm Giants. So they're kind of like based off of that. And oh yeah, they're big. You print them out, it's like that big, and then you got to print out the second page for the back side, and then tape it. And I'd say put a little folding piece in there. I haven't done it yet myself. I should probably test it out. I just put them up there, a couple days ago. But they're going to be huge, and you got your little regular paper minis is that big, the humans, and these ones are like that big. It's pretty cool. But because I've done the other giants, so this is the Hecaton family, and this is obviously the original artwork in the Storm King's Thunder. I was going to draw them, but I think they're one use. That's not really for just this specific campaign, and 2, these were great. So and this is free to the public, free to you. If you can go on right now to my Patreon and get these for free, if you find them. I don't know how. If they're free to the public, I don't know how you can find them. I don't know. It's not, anyway. I will sometimes post my YouTube video, just a link to let people know what I'm up to on my Patreon. So this is a map I've done a while back, and I'm just posting these because I did a series of them in case anyone needs some maps. You'll see. I'll show you down here in a minute, but it's a whole bunch of them kind of connected, and kind of a region. It's kind of cool, high res, and you can use it. It's got. I have not detailed out any of this yet. I may want to at some point. I don't know. Just my updates, and here's some music I'm doing. This is for the Necropolis. Here is my ogres tokens. I put them as tokens, and got a bunch of different ogres. I don't want to draw 1 or 2. I want to draw a bunch, so you have a bunch of cool ones to use. Got a shaman. Maybe just a javelin dude. 2 armored guys. So these 3, I'll add like a bit of more armor to them when they fight. And some females. And here's my Frost Giant tokens. See, I don't like to do just 1 or 2. I want to do a bunch for you, so you have a variety to add to it. Oh, and this is Harsnog, and yeah, that's Jarl. I love doing this. I'm doing more now. I got doing some blue dragons. I'm doing much more goblins because of my new Kickstarter. I'm doing a bunch of cool goblins. I got a cool Goblin King, strong one, and a weak one. So you got a big tough one, and you got a weak one. All you can choose which one you want for to roleplay. So here's my Stone Giants, and this is kind of my version of Stone Giants and a Stone Golem. And this is what's her name, the Thane of the Stone Giants. See, I made a female Thane there. And these are kind of different ones. I made this one more like the peaceful one. And this one is like tougher and throws bigger rocks, kind of a little variety there. Nanny Poo Poo, I loved, man, we had such a great session doing Nanny. You should watch this video. It's really, with my family, or my wife's sister, my sisters, and my daughters. So it's all women. And Nanny Poo Poo. And that was awesome. That was fun. This is the map for that place on Nanny Poo Poo up on the hill or mesa she was on. And this is free. Tomb of Annihilation, Nanny. These are paper minis you can print out. Obviously, this is from Warhammer or Games Workshop, and this is D&D. I don't remember where I got that one from. Here's my giants. See? Variety. I do a variety of hill giants. And also, I did Juvies, 2 young guys. Because I wanted, in my Storm King's Thunder, I wanted like a, like when I brought him at 3rd, 4th level, I had them fight the young ones. Just because I wanted to feel out how tough, it was for them. But by 4th or 5th level, they fought giants the whole way through. And I've been reading a lot on Reddit where people are having a tough time with, wondering the balance. I get, you got to balance it out by giving them heal potions and giving them damage resistance potions. That's what I did. Or it was a salve. What do you call it? I'm 52. I'm losing my words. A salve. There we go. I was thinking like salvation, salvage, a salve, right? Salve where you anyway. So they had a damage resistant salve that they could wipe on them, and so they only took half damage. So that kind of helped. You kind of like do that kind of stuff, especially at 3rd, 4th, 5th level where they need a little bit more to help them against giants. And then these are female giants. I got you some hill giant female. This one's a crazed one. This one was the one at the tree that they could talk to. And this is the one that they had fun playing with her, and she was crazy. She attacked them, but then, they surrendered and had it was fun. Fun role playing. Okay, so here I did some special effects. I know the Roll20 has some new effects, which is pretty cool. And I just looked at it real quickly. But I got some here, and I especially use the fire one, whenever they do a fireball, and that's the residual on a hut or whatever. So, and I'll probably do some more effects. I just needed these ones. Load more. So a lot of stuff. I'm trying to throw on a lot. I got more coming. A lot more. And I gotta. Oh, the Star Wars ones. I gotta make tokens out of those. Oh, great. Now it's not loading. Yay. Okay, so this is it's on my YouTube channel, but this is just helping with the Prince of Palace. I had one of the patrons ask me, so I posted that. Here's another video. Here's a map of the Lonely Woods that I put on here for them to use. This is the one where they're going to encounter the moose, the cursed moose, and this is and it's kind of like a random one. I should probably make more of these. And then this one is one where they travel along the frozen lake. Like on the sled. I made a certain adventure, and also let me just show up close. See, so I also added this for maybe if you want to add a little adventure in there, or here, down here looks like rocks and kind of some ice or water breakthrough. So maybe some creature comes in and out, or it could be the monster in the lake part of the monster in the lake. And there's some more here. This one is Ryan with the Frostmaiden. I made it so that the one town in the middle, there's I don't know all the names of, I forgot, Bremen, and then there's the other towns, and there's one town, the one where it's run by the Zentarum, and so they've created their own sort of camp where they're going out along the lake and bullying, suppressing all the other towns, or trying to, and control the lake because the food sources are getting limited, and this is their campsite, and they had a big fight here, and they had slaves here, and I put boats on there, and they came in, and it was a cool fight. Take those guys down. You also I get ambient, music, with sound, and some are just songs or scores, and the others are ambience on here. Oh, you got the HAL. I put that on here. The MP3s, they can download these. Here's tokens of my lot of beasts, and you can have when you summon a herd, you can charge them through as a mob. And Mammoth 2 is my grizzly tough guy, and then black bears, and then these are cold cursed black bears. Here's the white moose. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I made him bloody and non-bloody, and then wolves, dogs, basic wolves. How do I close this? So I just want to let you know that I'm putting a lot of stuff on here. This is my Frostmaiden token. So here's the boats, and you get some barges if you want. Dog sleds. This is the monster in the lake. 2 versions. These are thugs. Wearing their ice stuff. I even have the characters tokens on here. You can see them all. Oh, the thugs. You can't see them. I'm blocked. I blocked it. Sorry, I didn't even realize my face was blocking it. But those are the thugs. Yeah, thugs here. Okay. More videos. I just want to show you some rats. Oh, here's a PDF of my 357 breakdown on how to simply create creatures and stuff using a 357 breakdown. It's very easy. Okay, I'll do real quick. Armor class 3, difficulty class 13, hit points 30, up to 30, attack plus 3. So you just kind of use the 3 for 1 to 3rd level. 5th level 5, armor class 5. I mean not armor class 5, armor class 15, attack plus 5, hit points up to 50. DCs for it, like if it's spellcaster, is 15. That's really kind of how it is for everything. If you just want to keep it simple, and same with traps. So use the same stats. DC 50, if it's a 5th level, use a DC 15 for traps. Perception, save, dex save, and damage would be low level for damage would be 1 die 4, 1 die 6, probably 1 die 8, in the DC 5s, 1 die 8, 2 die 8, whatever, damage wise. Anyway, you can look at that video anyway. So I have that. So here's some spiders and rats and even swarms of them and groups or mobs or whatever. Orc mobs. I got rules in here and info about how to use mobs for big battles. This is one creature as a mob that you can use, and so it feels like you're fighting a bunch of them. And orcs, bunch of orcs. Here's my tokens. See all those goblins and bugbears. Oh my gosh, this one is awesome. I use this all the time. I'm so happy I did this. It's a I basically broke down in the player's handbook all the spells. I broke them down into the character, into like sorcerer first level, wizard first level, second level, third level, all the spells that they have for each grouping. And I go in there into this and I copy paste the spells that they have, because I abbreviate it down so that they're only like 2 or 3 lines, and I can put it into my PDFs so that I just have right there all the spells that they're going to use in combat or whatever quickly, so I don't have to go look it up, or pause the game too much. And it'll have like, it'll have the range, the cat. What do you need? The range, the duration, if there's area damage. How much damage? What's the save? What DC Wisdom 15 or DC Wisdom or whatever. It's all shorthand. It's very simple to understand, and so and you can put like 5 of them there, and it's really quick. For the a sorcerer or whatever. And so that's what that is. That's a full list of all the player's handbook classes and spells and their levels. Okay, so this is my Prince of the Apocalypse PDF, and it's like, I don't know how many pages, if it's 20, 30, 40, I don't know. My Storm King's Thunder is like 80, 90 pages of notes. This one is, I haven't DM'd Prince of the Apocalypse, but I've gone through it, fixed that up, made it to where I think it would be really cool, because I experienced a lot of YouTube playthroughs and and people saying how bad it was. So I wanted to make it better, or make it so that I know how fun it could be. This is a map of Sundabar. And it's a big map you can put on Roll20 or on your virtual tabletop. This is Sundabar. I took an old map I found online. You can see little just basic squares and shapes, and I drew it to be more side view 3D, or I got 45. I don't know. I forgot there is a thing, isometric view or whatever the heck that view is. I forgot what the term is. But they just my Storm King's Thunder campaign. They just finished up on this. They had a huge Sundabar. Fire Giant. I instead of Tribor for the Fire Giant siege, I moved it to Sundabar because this is close to Ironslag, and I figured Sundabar had a Vonadad gauntlet. The fist of Vonadad. They had that as one of their relics in their Fort Master's Hall in the Citadel there, and so they were trying to siege it, and they had a lot of Fire Giants, and I gave them Hill Giants, Stone Giants that serve the Fire Giants, plus Orcs and Ogres, and Hellhounds, and the players kicked booty on that one. I think I'm too generous of a DM. I think I give them way too many magic items, but who cares? They're having fun, and I'm having fun. This is a printout of sleds and dogs. My appendicitis. Whew. So this is that regional map with all the, I'm posting these ones up on here so people can use them if they want. So they all fit together, and I haven't finished it, but I'm just seeing if people are, interested and want to use this as a world map. It's called Land of Grimm. So this is my tokens for barbarians. Yeah. And a couple of mob ones here. This is one of those maps. Okay, some more music. I want to get to the Star Wars ones. Just once I here's the Fire Giants. Printable PDF. This is the family. See, I don't draw one Fire Giant. I draw as many as I can, and just love it. There's the son. There's the wife, Brimskata, I believe. Brimskata. Zalto back there, and the daughter. So you get, a variety. Music. And ambiance, and here's thugs and frost maidens, and I made them. This is my style, the way I think they should look. Everyone's cold and dismal. Storm Giant theme music. This is a map for Monsters in the Lake for Rime of the Frost Maiden, and they, I did the whole where they only saw a circle of light. It's all dark, and they never went there. Darn it! But the creature's lair was here. They went here to here, and that was it, and then went back to the town or whatever. They found a couple treasure here, but there was treasure in there, but they didn't find it. And there's a little dead body there. And one of my patrons said he didn't see that, but the players did, and he had to quickly make something up for this little dead body right there. That's kind of funny. Okay, so this is my PDF. For my Rime of the Frost Maiden, I got a bunch of notes. Ooh, I think I need to update it too. I need to update this. I updated it November 7th. I think I have more notes with that, so I probably want to update this for them and let them know. Storm King's Thunder PDF. And this one is one of my biggest videos too. A lot of people watching this video on YouTube, and then these are the PDF notes that I, and it's even got more stuff. I need to update that one actually too, because I got a lot more in there since. But I'll let me write that down. Update PDFs. Storm King's Thunder. What was the other one? Rime. Yep. More music. I'm trying to get down the Star Wars. Man, there's so much. See how much stuff I got? The scores. Treasure list. I made this quickly, easy, and this is in my DM stuff. This is a video of just the playthrough. Winter Beasts, got some winter, These are my goofy Yetis and Winter Wolves. Dragons, white dragons. I use these awesomely. Young dragons. I got a bunch of young dragons and guard drakes down here. Black dragon, young black dragon, young red dragon. Here's a battle map. It's a wooden fortress. Could be. I use this for bugbears. But it could be human wood, humans, or bugbears, or orcs, or goblins, whatever. This is an ogre camp, and I think there's two versions. It's in the PDF here. Does it have the map too? Uh-oh. It needs the map too. I better look. Oh, I need to get the map in there. Sorry. Let me write that down. Ogre mound add high res map. Here's my Frost Giants as paper minis. Storm King's Thunder video, music. These are the printable versions of the tokens that you saw earlier. The handy spell. This is there again. Oh, I put it in twice. Okay. Grabbers and crawlers. This okay. So I got these in here, and then these ones. These ones I made myself. I love these guys, and I think they have stats on them. But they're grabbers. They're like swamp. They lurk in the swamp and reach up. Try to grab people and pull them in. My Star Wars stuff is probably pretty old. Not old, but just it's way down here because I probably put it in the early on last year. I was just putting up some free stuff. Waiting for it to load. Maybe I should pause this or something. I think I should probably do the tags. You can find them through the. Let's do the tags. Just because I'm waiting for this. Come on. Why is this so slow? Because I have so much stuff, see? And I'm going to be putting a lot more Star Wars stuff on, by the way. Oh, wow. Look at that weight. Wow. All right, let me go back up because I'll do the tag instead. And that way we can just see the Star Wars stuff and finish this video quickly. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so here they are. See? I even put shields on them. But you get, look at this, all the droids. I try to, put them in the theme of the or era or whatever. Heroes, you got your little hero printouts. You got your mounts, arid mounts, the dewbacks, and I forgot what those are called. This is a sand crawler, but and so you could print this out. It's going to use a lot of ink, but it's basically the size of a page, though. I don't want to make a huge one. It's so it's like a mini sand crawler, whatever. But it's basically the size of a page on each side, the sides and the top, I think. Well, the sides are the size of 8.5 by 11, and then the top and the front are, smaller, printed for that. Yeah, here's some Jawas and their stuff, little droids for the Jawas and their rider, the thingamadigger, their mounts. Droids and battle droids. Gamorreans and thugs. You need this for Edge of the Empire, especially. See? And these are cool. It's so simple. You just print them out, fold them, trim them, and you got a whole set of minis for your adventures. And like I said, it's only $1. Well, this is free, so you can get it right now. I'm not charging you for this. But for $1, you can get all my minis. Oh, this here is my own creations for Star Wars or D&D, and it has all the stats in it too. And it's the I say it's for lower level here, but I think I'm gonna leave. I think this is for both. I don't know. Oh, and there's another one here too. I drew out, designing my own freaky space creatures. So here's more heroes. Stormtroopers. Ba-da-da. I can't do the music, darn it. Okay, so that's it. I wanted to just show you what all I have on my Patreon in case. And it's, and here's another thing I want to say too. You can join for like a month and just download what you want and then quit out. I understand. I would love to see people come in and out every few months, like just to check it out. I totally get that too, like for budgets. But if you'd like to support me on this for $3 a month, you can get all the stuff, maps, the audio, and the minis. If you just want the minis, and with their tokens too, just $1 a month, and that's it. And then you can support me as I'm building this up. I got like 6-7 Star Wars maps that I have not put on here yet, and I should put on there. And because I'm focusing on this now. My wife and I figured out our finances. Because I'm focusing on this, I'm doing this full time now. I'm drawing out minis for the D&D and I'm going to be drawing out maps for Star Wars. I like the figures for the Star Wars thing, the action figures, but I'm going to draw a lot of cool maps. And it's my style is very doodly. It's very sketchy because I want to draw like a lot that you can use in a bunch of different maps. And to me, they're a lot of fun. They're just simple doodles. But I still feel like they give that atmosphere that you want, and it's that 3D view, so that the minis really fit in there with them. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm doing it every day now. And with the Kickstarter, the Patreon, and my YouTube channel. And so I hope you support me, or just subscribe and like, and I appreciate that too. And I appreciate the comments, even the critiques I've had have helped me to get better. And I appreciate that. So that's it. I just wanted to show you my Patreon and what I'm doing. Thanks for watching.